Hello, beautiful beings. It's Andrea Foulkes. It's the 3rd of March, 2024. I always love to say the date because I think if you're listening to this back, it's really good to get a reference for where we are, what's going on the planet. How do you feel emotionally? You know, we're 1 week away from Mother's Day, and I think it's quite a powerful time. I did make a video last week talking about Mother's Day, but I want to talk about it again because I just got this really powerful calling about 3 weeks ago to run a workshop for Mother's Day. And you know, a lot of people are not emotionally available on Mother's Day because they're with their mother or they're with their children because they're a mother. But I think it's a very provocative day. And if I can help you return to your heart, make peace with your mother story, I don't think there's a better day to host an event to do that. Now, this event is in the Chalice Well in Glastonbury in the UK. Sadly, it's not a live event that you can join anywhere in the world. You do have to come to Glastonbury and be with me. But let me talk about the power of this event, because I might run another one. I just think it's so powerful to hold this actually on UK Mother's Day. I might hold it again on American Mother's Day because you pick up the collective energy. I remember days of the year have special energy and intention behind them. But my intention is to help all of us find the peace with their mother's story, their grandmother's story, the great grandmother's story, whatever stories around this mother energy that are within us have been projected onto us, our past life stories running through our soul lineage, or we have the ancestral lineage and running through the ancestral lineage. Whatever stories of the mother energy that we have is stored in the subconscious. We may know some of the stories we don't know, but we're still living the consequences of the unresolved stories within ourselves. You know, we think our actions are our choices, but they're actually sometimes a reaction to the programming from our ancestors, or sometimes they're the reaction to the programming from our past lives. And as you know, I spent 23 years taking people inside themselves to past lives, inner child, ancestral. So I just got this divine calling to host an event to help us all go inside ourselves. So we're going to be exploring our mother story. If you feel the calling in the heart to come and join me on Mother's Day, which is the 10th of March in the Chalice Well in Glastonbury. Sorry, my phone's ding-a-linging. We're going to be doing some beautiful guided journeys. I'm going to be guiding you into your inner self, into the mother story. Some other stories might come up for clearing, and we're going to clear those, sharing with you from my, like I said, 23 years experience in past lives, regression, my own mother journey story, with my own mother. I'll be sharing more about that story, how I live in peace and grace, having seen my mother go through dementia, and that is a big journey. You know, some of you, that might be part of your mother story, dealing with your mother who's got an illness that is very emotionally challenging to you, to see your mother go from maybe being your mother to almost being like a child in many ways. And maybe your mother's story wasn't good in the beginning, maybe it's better now. There are no right or wrong stories. There's just the story you hold in your soul, and that it needs exploring, it needs bringing to resolution of peace and grace within ourselves. Just so much I want to share with you about the mother story and the programming of the mother story that society has projected onto you. Is there guilt and shame in you about being a mother, or choices you've made as a mother? Maybe issues around having not been a mother. There are so many stories we have around this. Bring them all with you. If you have a photograph of your mother, or a child. You know, I don't think, somebody did ask me, can they bring their daughter with them? And although it would be lovely, I don't think it's appropriate for children. I may run another workshop where it's a mother and child workshop, and we could bring our daughters. That might be lovely. I think if they're young, it's better that, you know, you don't attend this workshop unless you have someone to look after your child. But it's probably a day where if you have a child and you can be with your child, you probably be with your child. And if you're a mother, you probably be with your mother if you can be with your mother. So this day is calling forth everyone who can't be with their mother, or doesn't have a mother to be with because she's passed over, or she's in another part of the world, or you're a mother and you can't be with your child, or for a myriad of reasons, and you feel there is some unresolved stories in your soul around your mother or your grandmother, bring a photograph, bring whatever photographs you feel with you. We're going to sit in a circle and we're going to share with the group energy. And I'm going to hold that space so we can share and go into guided journeys. As many of you know, I sing soul light language healing, which is like sophophonic frequencies with sound healing and languages of our soul. I'll be bringing those forth as well. We'll be sharing some time in the Chalice World Gardens, which is where the healing divine feminine waters flow, and then across the road you've got the masculine, the white spring flowing. If you've never been to Glastonbury, it's such a powerful place of pilgrimage. It really is a place of pilgrimage. And the Chalice Well, to me, is the most beautiful energy in the whole of Glastonbury. And we'll also be climbing Glastonbury Tor, which can be a big deal in itself. I mean, the first time I came to Glastonbury, I think it took me 6 months to energetically feel ready to climb the Tor. So, you know, it can be quite an emotional journey climbing the Tor. It has energy centers, chakras as you walk up the Tor. You know, we'll be spending some time going into the garden on an individual level, so you can spend some time in the energies of the garden. So, you know, we'll be weaving, like I said, between the stories of our past lives. We'll be focusing on the stories around being a mother or motherhood, from past lives, from your ancestors, the inner child within you. You know, you're going to get to mother your own inner child, which is probably one of the most powerful experiences you'll experience, bringing resolution into yourself and mothering your own child. So I share that with you. It's easy to get to Glastonbury. If you're coming from London, you can come on the train to a place called Castle Cary. Castle Cary is the nearest railway station to Glastonbury. Some people come to Bristol from abroad. It's kind of an easy flight from most of Europe. It's probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours from some parts of Europe. You can fly to Bristol Airport. It's fairly easy to get from Bristol Airport to Glastonbury town centre. If you come on the coach, you can come on the coach from Hammersmith in London. There's a coach called Berry's Coaches that comes to Glastonbury. It drops you off right in the centre of Glastonbury. We have lots of Airbnbs, hotels, bed and breakfast, guest house in Glastonbury. If you're driving, it's about 2.5, 3 hours from London. If you're coming from the north, it's a similar thing from the northwest of England. I came only yesterday from being in Cheshire for a few days with my dad. At the beginning of last week, I was in London. So I'm very familiar with this journey of bobbing about and coming back into Glastonbury because I live here. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you have any other videos you'd like me to make, this is obviously purely about my workshop, mainly for next weekend being the 10th of March 2024. The link to the event is below. It's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's a veggie lunch included, and we will be climbing the Tor later on in the day, and I'll do a light language activation there. We can also go on a guided tour of Glastonbury in your own time later if you want to do that. There's lots of people who take you around to sacred sites as well. So that's it for now. If you've got any questions while we're doing the live chat, just put them in the side. If you love the stuff that I say, and I do, and remember, if you scroll back on my channel, you can see some videos at the very beginning from when I used to work on TV doing past life regression. You have to go right back to the beginning of my channel. I have loads of other videos in between sharing info. If you think there's a video on a subject I haven't covered, please ask me to make a video about that. I've made lots of videos about entities, about the false light, twin flame stories that, you know, I have videos about explaining that, why that may be part of the false light. So much stuff to help you heal the stories in your soul, because you can't really evolve until you reclaim the fragments of our soul, and that's about healing all our stories inside of us, you know. And we'll, you know, the inner child is like so important to heal. So, and we can weave between all these things, and it's so important to heal our energy. It's so important to reclaim our voice, our power, not to be in fear. And some of these issues that we have, they're ancestral, they belong to the mother, so they're not yours to own. You know, you have to release these now, and come into love and peace in the heart of whatever your story is. You know, maybe that you're still grieving and you really had an amazing relationship with your mum, but she's passed over and you've struggled to move on. It doesn't matter that your story is different to somebody else's. Just come with your heart to be healed, your heart to release that which doesn't serve you anymore. So I send you so much love and look forward to seeing you in Glastonbury at the Chalice Well. The link to the event is below. It's where you get a ticket. There's a link on my website as well, but the link is below. And if you enjoy these videos, please do subscribe. Much love, many blessings. See you soon. Bye for now. Thanks a lot. Bye.